Happy Thursday, everybody. This is Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper, and welcome to another one of my Thursday Facebook Lives. Today, we are going to be continuing on our card challenge that we started on Tuesday. Now, the challenge officially has an event page, and many of you, if you check your notifications, you may have been invited, but we have started the Double Fold Gatefold Challenge. And the directions are right in there, so you can follow along and find them on the event page, or you can just pick them up from this video. All right, so I'm going to go over the directions here quickly, and then we'll get into our new card for today. Hi, Lisa. Welcome. All right, so the cards we made last time on Tuesday were these cards here. And the reason we call them the double fold gatefold is because typically when we make a gatefold, we just open here and you have the center. But this has a bit of a double fold. And you can kind of stand them up too on a table. And it just gives you a chance to use your beautiful Designer Series paper to show off on your card. Hi, Deborah. Welcome. So this was the one I made yesterday. And then this was another one that I showed. It's how easy it is to make and put them together, just pulling out any stamp set or any pack of Designer Series paper you may have. Oh, I surely am going to do that, Jean. Yes, you can. You can do this with any pack of paper. Just stay a while and I'll give you some good tips. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the directions for making a gatefold card. Today, I'm going to be going in a different direction and making some Christmas cards. All right, so these are two samples that I came up with for Christmas. Okay, using the double fold gatefold. And this is my little moose. This is a set that is in the current catalog that was a holdover from last year. And I'm just going to pull this belly band off. And if you noticed, I used some of the plaid paper, and then I used some of the wood tone paper from the In Good Taste Designer Series paper pack for this one. And then when you open it up, you have another piece of the beautiful Christmas plaid on the inside. So I just think it's a beautiful design, and it just, you're able to use all your paper, even if it's only those little 6x6 packs, because you only need a 5 3/8 piece long. Now, this is the one we're going to make today. This is one of my favorite sets in the whole new mini catalog. And this is called Trimming the Town. And this one has really, really gorgeous and cute paper. And I know for a fact that this one is in the sale this month. So that might be one you'd want to think about getting. Okay, again, I use the belly band. And I think I've kind of gotten stuck on the circle. I really like the circle on the front. And then here I use the snowflake paper, and here are the cute little homes. And then on the inside, I use the homes again. I'm going to do something a little different today, and I'll show you that. But I'm going to be making this basic card again for you. So fast, so fast. Let me show you, there are already some friends of mine who have already posted some pictures of their card challenge pick cards. Let me show you some of those. Now this one here, this is from Mary Harshall, and she used some of the older DSP and the cute little set that has the airplane. I love that one. Good job, Mary. And then we have this one from Cheryl using the dove. That is a current Christmas choice. You guys are just impressing me so much here. And here is Lisa's. Is that not a perfect Christmas card? Beautiful. I love it. You guys are really on the ball. And then here's a cute little Christmas card using the warm and toasty with the little teddy bear. Oh, not teddy bear, polar bear. Okay, but I was just so impressed by all the cute little cards that you guys made. You guys are just rocking it with this. And I want you to keep on going, because remember, if you participate, you will get a chance to get your hand on this cute little Christmas clutch. And it actually even has a magnetic closure. So that is something, and I haven't thought of what I'm going to put in there for you, but you will love it. So join us and take part in the challenge. We'd love to see you. All right, let's get back to our directions again. Hi, Victoria. Oh, Victoria's on. I want to share. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. I had an accident. Some of you might not know, and I just had to message Victoria and let her know. She is my boss on a Friday. Well, I had a bad, not a bad accident, but just I was running and I tripped and I hit my chin on the ground. So I ended up having to go and get stitches at urgent care. And there's my chin right there. I got 5 stitches. And my body was pretty much very sore. But I'm healing pretty well. But I got to go back tomorrow for a checkup and to get those lovely stitches out. And they did a wonderful job at urgent care. I was very worried and, anxious about it. And they did a great job. So I've got to learn to no longer, thank you, Victoria, I'm so sorry. I got to remember to don't run on the sidewalk. The sidewalks, those little cracks in the sidewalks just jump up on you, and that's how I did it. I just clipped my toe on one of the little cracks on the sidewalk, and there I went. I'm glad nobody got that on tape. That probably would have been something to see. So, but thank you, Victoria. I appreciate you taking care of me. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to our card. All right, as you see here in the directions, we're going to start with a piece of cardstock that is 5.5 by 11. And today, since we're going to be doing that cute little Christmas card, I'm going to be using the Misty Moonlight. Oh, Misty Moonlight. I know. Oh, I like to run. I know I'm crazy. People have told me that. But that's just my crazy me. It kind of helps me get the crazies out. So, but I will be much more careful. I ran this morning in the street, so I'm learning my lesson. All right, so here's our piece of paper that's going to be our card base, 5.5 by 11. And we're going to score it on the long side, which is the 11-inch side, at 1 1/4 and 3 3/8. And those of you that have already joined our challenge already know all this. So you're just kind of sit and wait till we get to the other part. Then I'm going to turn it to the opposite side and do the exact same scores. That's at 1 1/4, 3 3/8. And that's it. That's all the scoring you have to do for this card. And remember, when you're cutting your card base, you want to make sure that you also cut a 1-inch strip out of that paper as well. This is 1 by 11. That is going to be for your belly band. So don't forget that. We're going to put the belly band beside here. All right, let's go ahead and take our bone folder. And I'm going to start creasing all the score lines. Now what you do, the one that's second one in, you fold in towards the middle, and then the first one, the closest one to the edge, you crease and fold out. Okay, same thing over here. In on the first, out on the second. And that is absolutely all you do. Your fun fold, double gate fold, whatever I called it, double fold, gate fold is ready to roll. And what makes this so easy is we just bring in our beautiful Stampin' Up! Paper, and it makes an amazing card. All right, so let me show you what I have here. This is some of my favorite paper from the new mini catalog. And you're going to need 6 panels for this. And I'll bring this back in here. 4 of the panels are going to be 2 by 5 3/8. And those are the ones that go here. And then they go here. So they're kind of on back to back. All right. And then you'll have 2 thinner panels at 1 by 5 3/8, and they are going to be on these 2 thinner panels that are close together here on the front. Now what I've done, instead of using 4 of the same, I'm going to use 2 with the little houses, and they're going to go on the outside. But then when you open it up, I'm going to have these cute ones with the little people on it. Okay, so let's go ahead and start our adhering. I'm going to go ahead and use my Stampin' Seal. And let's go ahead and put our thin ones on first. And we're gonna go ahead and put a little bit of seal on here. And then put that right on the front. Okay, it'll give you enough to have a little bit of a border all the way around the panel. I think that looks so pretty. All right, and then I'm gonna go ahead. Oh no, is that what I wanted to do? I think I wanted to do the snowflakes because I'm gonna do, all right, hold on. Because I already have the houses for the, okay, here we go. I'm gonna have to run and cut another piece too, but here, let's just keep going. I wanted to put the snowflakes on this one. Unfortunately, the houses were on the other side and I thought about that instead. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and on the inside, I'm gonna put the cute little people. I just love this designer series paper with the little town people. This is just one of my favorites. We just finished up a Christmas card, cards, carols, and cupcakes. I finally finished up. We're gonna be getting those kits out very soon, but I use the Trimming the Town and I love it. I love it. And the paper is in the sale this month. So if you love the paper from this, you can get it for 15% off. And that is awesome. All right, now I'm gonna turn it over this way. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the little homes on these panels so that the little houses will show when we close the card. So really what you're doing with these bigger panels is you're putting one on either side of that panel. Okay, decide which one you like on the inside and which one you like on the outside. You can't make a bad choice with this paper, so you don't have to worry about that. I know, I'm just all coordinated. That was totally by accident, believe me. I'm not the one that thinks about that. Dory's the one that matches everything. There we go. Now I'm gonna run not too far away, and I promise I won't fall, and I'm gonna get another piece so I can cut it to fit that spot right there. And I'm going to grab it. It has the houses on as well. I'm still here. Okay, let's see what I got. Huh. I think I might have found one. I'm really running out of this paper because I'm using it so much. Oh, it's a little too short, but we're gonna go with it. All right, so this is another strip. I'm going to get my, we're gonna cut down to 1 inch. And we're gonna pretend it's the right length, even though it's a little too short. I would use the other one, but I got the adhesive all over that side. All right, so we'll just put this in here and pretend it's the right length. I'm sure you guys will be good pretenders. I promise I'll put the right size one on it after the Facebook Live. All right, so I'll put my fingers right there. Doesn't that look beautiful? And let's go ahead and we're going to take our inside piece. This is just a regular piece of Whisper White cut at a normal insert size, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and take my Misty Moonlight. And Victoria, I want to tell you that the cards, I have the set of cards for you as well, since we had a bit of a misunderstanding last time. So I have your Christmas cards ready to bring to you. Next week I'll have them. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put some seal on the back. And voila, there we go. We have our card ready to go. Now we're going to grab our belly band. We're going to lay it on our surface and just put our card right down on top of it, trying to put it close to the middle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm going to just go ahead and fold over the sides, the ends of the belly band. Okay? And you don't have to worry because this little spot here that you can see, that will be covered by your embellishment on the front. So don't worry about that showing. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the seal right there. And then I'm just gonna try to, you want it to be tight, but you don't want it to be so tight that you can't get it off. So kind of in between. See, and now it slides off and on very easily. Okay, well, let's go ahead and make our embellishment for our card. I'll put this one here so you can see what the sample looks like. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is take my Whisper White circle. This is cut out of, thank you, Victoria. Yeah, just wait till you see the cards. You have cards that have this, that use this paper and this stamp set. You're gonna be in love. All right, I'm gonna take the circle, stitch circle, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp my house right on the center of that circle. And there we go. Is that the cutest house you've ever seen? All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blends, and I'm gonna be using the light Night of Navy to color in my house here. But you can kind of pick whatever color you like when you're making yours, but I'm trying to make it match my paper and things as best I can. These blends are great. They are ink. They're inked. Yes, they're ink. They're alcohol-based markers, and the coverage it gives you is so, so nice. And the alcohol component of it allows you to be able to blend the colors together and do a lot of shading and shadowing. Now, I'm not going to do much of that with this card, but I know you've seen on past YouTube how I do a little bit of shading with some of them. But this is a pretty straight up card. I'm just going to use the one color and color the whole house, not do a whole lot of shading. All right, so there we go. Our house is colored. And let me show you here if I can do a little bit of a, if you notice here, nope, that's not the right color. Here it is. I went off a little bit because I'm trying to hurry, and that's not a good thing to do when you're blending. And I'm going to use something called a color lifter. And you rub the color lifter over that spot, and it takes the ink away. Okay, and as soon as that dries, it's still very wet, but as that dries, that will be almost gone. So that's always good to have a color lifter in your stash to be able to do that. All right, let's go ahead and now bring in the light soft suede. I'm going to use my bullet tip, and I will color my roof with the soft suede. Now again, I've made some of these cards. I've used a gray for the roof. That's also very pretty. So it's kind of up to you. I kind of take the lead looking at the paper. Like here you can see the paper, and you can kind of look and see what kind of colors they use on the roofs and things there. And then if you look on the back, we talked about this before, on the back of your pack of Designer Series paper, when you get it, it has a list of all the colors in the Designer Series paper so that you can match it up perfectly with your blends and your cardstock and all that good stuff. All right, there is our roof. And then I like to put a little color in the windows rather than just white, and I use my light Pool Party to do that, just to give it a look like there's a reflection coming off it. It's a window. You see how my color lifter got rid of that little oops I made? Gotta love that thing. I'm gonna color in the windows of the door, and then I'm gonna color in my door, which is one of my favorite colors for the Christmas season, Poppy Parade. Okay, it's not a real traditional red. It's got a little bit of orange, but it's a kind of contemporary. I love it. It's very pretty, called Poppy Parade. And there is the door. So there we go. That's all done. Now, I also stamped a large tree, a small tree, and a wreath. And I cut those out using the dies. Let me grab here and show you. what I'm talking about. Here is the set coming home. So I stamped the 2 trees and the wreath in Memento Black on Whisper White ink. Then I used the little dies. Okay, these dies have gotten quite a workout in the last few days. And here is the tree, here's the small tree, and there's the one for the wreath. So I ran it through the die cut machine and cut those out, and now they are ready to be colored. And these are quick and fun to color as well. I loved using the Granny Apple Green for this. It's kind of a brighter green than the usual green you might use for Christmas, but it's really, I really love it. So I'll show you how I kind of shaded the trees. I started with my dark Granny Apple Green, and I kind of colored just the right side of the tree, like that. Let's do it on this one too while he's laying here. Okay, so you can see how I do that. And I in no way am an artist that understands the whole shading and all that, you know, where's the light coming from. I would never say that I'm good at that, but if you get blends, you can impress people and they think you are like Bob Ross. So I love them. So now I'm taking the lighter one and I'm coloring the left side, and then I come into the middle and get that nice and damp with the ink, and then they start to blend together in the middle. And they squeak. See how that works? You can see how the colors blend together. Okay, so there is, and then you kind of go over the middle a little bit and allow the color to blend together. Okay, here's the light, and then go over the middle until you don't see that line so much. That's what's great about these blends. And then if you just look at the tree, squeaky squeak. All right, you can see how it looks shaded a little bit to the right. And you really didn't have to do anything too complicated to get it to look like that. That's my kind of artistry. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna color in with the dark, soft suede, my trunks. All right, and last of all, let's hit our little wreath. Okay, this is going to be the Granny Apple Green again. I'm gonna take the darker, and I'm gonna just randomly color in, just by kind of placing the marker down, some of the leaves on the wreath. Okay, then I'm going to come back with my lighter Granny Apple Green and just go over the whole thing. So the places where you colored with the darker, there's going to be a little bit of a texture there, that not all of it is exactly the same color, so it gives your wreath a little bit of dimension. All right, so now I'm going to grab that Poppy Parade again, and I'm going to color in that cute little bow. Then we're going to get all these pieces put together for the front of our card. Okay, last thing we need to make is our little message here, Christmas wishes. All right, now I just need to find my stamp. Here we go. We're going to use this Christmas wishes, and I'm going to use the Misty Moonlight again. And I'm going to use a piece of Whisper White that I cut out and cannot find now. But Whisper White's pretty easy to find. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead now. This Christmas Wishes, I've gotten a lot of use out of this stamp set as well with my Christmas cards. This is called Banner Year. Lots of really cute little sentiments in there. I've been using lots of these for fall and Christmas. All right, I'm going to take my Christmas Wishes, and I'm just going to stamp that right on, hopefully, my banner. There we go. Okay, let's get rid of the ink, and let's start building our little decoration for the front. All right, I'm going to take my Stampin' Seal again, turn over my white, Whisper White stitch circle with our cute little house on, and layer that right onto the scallop That is from the Layering Circle Dies. Those are in the annual catalog. And now I'm going to grab some of these tiny dimensionals here, and we'll put our little pieces on. Let's see. Where are they? Here they go. All right. I'll get my pick tool here. Okay, we're going to put the larger tree here on the left. So let's turn that guy over, and we'll grab some of these mini dimensionals and put them on the back, and then take off their paper. Come on. Come on. There we go. All right, and that's going to go right here at the front of the house. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put my Christmas wishes on next. Then I'll know exactly where to position my last tree. So let's go ahead and take this. Obviously, this is a little too long, so I'm going to cut it off here. And then I'm going to take my scissors and make my little banner tail best I can. And slide that in under there. Don't cover Christmas, Barb. And there we go, Christmas wishes. Okay, now let's go ahead. I'll put a little bit of the seal on the back of our wreath. Goes up here on the roof. And last of all, we will put a small dimensional on the back of the tiny tree. And he's going to go right here. I'm going to have it cover the banner a little bit like that. All right, there is our cute little decoration for the front of our card. I'm going to grab the front of our card. I'm going to grab the whole card, I mean, and I'm going to get the larger dimensionals, and I'm going to go right across the center here. Okay? And that's going to be so that I know that I'm adhering that to the front of my card, but I'm not adhering it to any part of the card, only on the belly band, so that we'll be able to slide it off without anything sticking. So, there we go. And the last step is put that on the front like that. And there you have it. There is 2 of that card. I love this card. Somebody might get this card for Christmas from the Reeds. And you just go ahead and you can slide your belly band off. And you have all that nice space in there to write a nice note. I love this. I love this design. So I'm glad you guys like it too. So remember that our challenge goes on for another 2 weeks. So don't panic if you haven't had a chance. We have 2 more weeks of the challenge, and I'd love to see all the cards that you come up with. You've done such a great job. It's so much fun going on and seeing everybody's creativity. So next week, I am going to be getting back to some more 3D items for Christmas. So stay tuned for that. On Tuesday, we will be making a Hershey Kiss box using something that we already have in our stash that you're going to be shocked that can be used for a box. So stay tuned for that on Tuesday. Keep those challenge cards coming in. And don't forget, Saturday is World Card Making Day, and Dory and I are going to be doing a free event that we're going to be just demoing some card designs and things, and you are more than welcome to watch. Cheryl, yes, this is called the Color Lifter, okay? And these just come singly, and it's just like an eraser, okay? Because you can see here where I went off, you can hardly see it anymore. And I always love having it because I have to use it quite often, and especially with this set because there was lots of little pieces. So if you make an oops, you don't have to worry. You can use your Color Lifter. Yep, it's a great one to have. If you have a blends collection, you need a Color Lifter for sure. And you can find that in the main catalog, I'm sure. Thank you for asking. All right, folks. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will put this video on the challenge event page on Facebook as well. And I'll be waiting to see what great creativity you guys have and can share with me. Have a great weekend, and we hope to see you Saturday at 1 o'clock. Take care.